Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gob's Lizards. We're here today at the old spider farm because we have yet again another mod installment because I've thought this for a while, backpack mod would be a brilliant mod to add to our little pack we've got going on. And I've especially realized it today because as you can see there's lots of beds in my inventory. And so what it requires in the recipe is string. So we're here at our very first little XP farm we've had. It's probably, for nostalgia's sake, I feel like keeping it how it is. But then again, I also feel like renovating it with the chisel blocks to make it, I don't know, look a bit nicer than the messy sham it is. But we've got lots and lots of string around, that's for sure. Lots of gold pickaxes too, because we believed at the time this XP farm wasn't the best, let's be honest. That's why we were cheating out and not doing level 30 enchants, and instead we're cheaping out doing the cheapest possible enchants we could to get items. Which also required using a golden pickaxe, because we were plebs and we were scrubs. But some of these books in here I completely forgot about. Archaeology, Archaeology 2, Projectile Protection 3, lots of books in here. Power 1, Projectile Prop 1, Smite 1, Sharp 1, Power 1, Sharp 1, Sharp 1, Feather Falling 1, Projectile 1, Fire 1, Fortune 1, Smite 1, Power 2, Sharpness 2, Power 1, Smite 1, Blast Protection 1, Bane of Arthropods 1, Power 2, Sharpness 1, Power 1, Sharpness 1, Power 1, Knockback 1, Efficiency 1, Smite 1, Power 1, Bane of Arthropods 2, Lure 1, Power 2, Efficiency 1, Efficiency 1. So it's interesting to see all of this that we've got. But really we just need to stack a string. So we're just going to take a couple of these and our inventory is full. What a surprise. Let's stack there. Let's see. If we go and if we take a third stack. Just for bring back to the base of this. And so you may be wondering, Gob, why have you got so many beds in your inventory, huh? What's the reason for having so many beds? You only ever need one bed to sleep in. That's in your inventory. I mean, unless you're going and setting up at the hotel, are you doing that today? No, I'm not setting up the hotel today. So what do you got all the beds for? What I got all the beds for is because, fun fact, if you try to sleep in a bed in Nether, it will explode. And so with the blocks around it, because netherrack is a really crappy durability for explosions. I have a long distance to travel to get to these saplings that we were talking about in the last episode. So, what I need to do is I need to make a tunnel through the nether to build an ender portal so I can get to and fro the jungle biome quicker. It's one of the few biomes I don't have a portal set up for yet, which is what I'm doing currently at the moment. But I have to dig through lots and lots and lots of netherrack to get to where the coordinates I need to build the portal to. So instead of wasting all these pickaxes and doing it slowly, I thought, hey, why not do it with a bit of fun? Beds explode in the nether. They're cheap to make, they're easy, and there's no detonation required, just a right click. So if I'm feeling brave enough, I can just use these to dig my way through the nether. It also creates a much larger explosion than if we were to use a TNT block. So that's what we're going to be doing. But the problem there is that we've already filled our inventory up with beds. The beds, I believe, do drop when you explode them, except they leave, the explosion leaves fire because it's the nether. And because it's netherrack, the fire stays on the netherrack forever. And quite often the bed will fall into the fire and you'll lose your bed. So you're going to need lots of beds to travel the distance. But we're also going to need lots of cobblestone in case, these holes open up into lava pools or anything like that. So we're going to want some cobblestone to be able to block that off and build the bridges if we, encounter no more mountain to blow up through, or if we need to build paths over these gigantic holes we've constructed. So, what we need to do is create backpacks. One backpack for cobblestone, one backpack for beds, I think. And that should get our job done very well. So, if we just take a whole heap of our beds and just put them in here for now, we can actually, I don't know, I'm not shift clicking these beds in. It'd be a lot easier. Okay, now if we take some leather that we have in this chest here, as well. This should be good. Now, we don't need many of these, but what we need to do is you can just make a simple backpack, a first-tier backpack, like a chest out of leather, and that'll give you a basic backpack, but that'll only have the inventory size of one single chest. So what we want to do is we want to do this, and this will give us bound leather. Using leather and string, we will receive, as you can see, bound leather, backpack bound leather mod. Okay, now what we want to do with this bound leather is we want to make enough so that we can, that should be pretty good. Look at that, that's brilliant. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to smelt this. So if we go into our furnaces, we'll go into this furnace. I don't know why we only ever use those 2 furnaces. Let's take from a stack up here. We only need 16 of these to be cooked. So what we want to do now is cook these bound leather, and what the bound leather will give us is tanned leather. And then with tanned leather, what we can do is we can make a tier 3 backpack. Now, we also have, interestingly, dyes, which we can dye our backpacks with. Now, we can have all sorts of colors for our backpacks. And it could be interesting there, your tanned leather. It could be interesting to have different backpacks for different colors for different things, so we could just, to save ourselves from getting confused. So a red bed would go into a red backpack, and cobblestone could go into a grey backpack. See where I'm going? So this is where it gets interesting and fun. Now, we can also, I believe, make a chest backpack. So, not a chest backpack, a work crafting table backpack. So it's exactly like we've always had a crafting table on us, except it just saves us that issue of having to right-click all the time. Now, if we need to recraft a workbench, that's fine. It's cheap, it's easy, it's just one single log. But right-clicking into this, clear craft matrix, I have no idea what that means. We've just installed the mod. But we should be able to craft now like a crafting table. And if we can do this, yes, we can make a backpack. I have no idea what these do down here, but they just exist. They just exist. So what this means now is that we don't always need to place a block. I don't know why we would never not need to place a block. However, it's kind of, I would rather just keep 3 backpacks on my left column rather than having a backpack crafting table. It would just be easier and more convenient, and I don't know, I just like that. It also, I believe, these are storage too. So, yep, that will store items for us. For some easy crafting, which will be good. So we can put some sticks in there, and some coal, and just some little tidbit things that we may or may not need along the way. So we will put you there. Holding shift over the backpack also shows how many items are inside, I believe. I don't know, it says 0 out of 0 slots used. It's a bit odd that it's saying that. But that's fine. A bed. Bed's not even gonna... we need to keep one of these beds out for us to use. Crafting table... Now, I am a bit curious as well. We'll take a grey dye. We'll take a red dye. I think a generic backpack should just be green, because it's fav colour. Is that going to be much longer? No, it's not. Only one more. Only one more, and then we're done. Alright. Man, 8 minutes to set this up and talk about it. So, now that we have this tanned leather, what we can do is we can do this. And as you can see now, this is called a big backpack, and it looks a lot bigger, and you hold shift, and it says it's tier 3. So if we go now, we can get a grey backpack for our cobblestone, and we can get a red backpack for our beds. Now, I have no idea what we're going to use our big backpack for beds for, but, I mean, it's not going to hurt anyway to have a big backpack, and we can repurpose it later. The colour doesn't have to be specific. Like, this is not a specific bed-exclusive backpack, you know. This can have anything in it when we're done using this bed technique in the Nether. Now, if we sleep as well, just that it's daytime, we can go over and collect holly cobblestone to put into our big grey backpack too. Do we have... How many beds did we make? Look, that should be fine to get us started. To get us started, that should be fine. We do need some more pickaxes as well. See, this is where a generic backpack would be good, because you can see here, we've always seemed to have... I don't think arrows work. You need to have arrows in your inventory, but stuff like the diamond pickaxe for silk touch, and stuff like our chisel, and our hammer, little things like this. that we just don't, that we always have on us. Usually this 3x3 is filled with items anyway, so what this backpack mod allows us to do is it saves us that worry and a little bit of space. Actually, it gives us a lot more space because those 9 items can all go into one item, plus another, let's say, 18 items can all go in that one item. It's very, very nice. Now, what am I looking in this chest for? I'm not looking in that chest for anything. I'm looking in this chest for 2 iron pickaxes, because we have the duplication glitch, and I know I said I wouldn't be using dupe glitches or whatnot, but waste not, want not. You know, making good use of your resources and your materials. Okay. I'm tempted to make a few more beds, actually. There was more wool back in the other chest. I know, I probably should have... I didn't have a backpack on me, but it would have been clever if I had brought that with me. We never actually don't even need these boots anymore, because we have better boots in the ender chest. As you can see, oh, glorious boots! I need to make some more glorious items as well. Eventually. But that's not the goal of today. The goal of today is to just kind of show off what we can do. What am I looking for? I don't even know anymore. Let's just get this string. We'll make some beds. 16. That's cool. We will get you. Cool. And now we have leftovers, unfortunately, of 1 and 1. And if we organize our chest, how many wools do we have? We have blue wool. We have enough to make another bed. We have enough wool. We don't have enough wood. That's fine. Well, I mean, we got lots of wood, but I just don't want to bust up another log just for that one plank, you know. Oh, okay, that's what happens when you do that. That's... Alright. It feels really good to have the backpack mod on here, finally. I mean, I feel like it's coming together as a real mod pack now. We'll call it the Gobs Lizards mod pack. I don't know, we'll publish it somewhere. We'll see if we're allowed to even have our own mod pack like this. So we need to go stop wasting time and get the... We need to get some more arrows too, but we need to set up a farm for that, so we're not going to worry. But we need to go get some cobblestone for the nether, because our adventure is about to start. Sorry, I'm jumping around a whole heap. I'm so bad. I'm so terrible. I did some research. Apparently in Buildcraft we have robots, and with the robots we can automate things, but they're very complicated. They're very expensive to run, apparently. But when I say they're complicated, I mean I'm looking at them and I'm going, complicated. Okay, let's just... Okay. Okay. What is it? Alt Q? Control Q. I worry about Control Q because I think it's always... I don't know why I always think it's going to make my game quit. It's actually Alt F4 that does that. I don't know why I freak out for Control Q. It's really odd. Okay. The reason I did that was so that we can just do this, and then do that, do that, do that, do that. Look how smart we are. We are so smart. We're so clever. Alright, now we can do that there, and as you can see, it is nice, easy days, easy days. We're not going to need these iron axes on us just yet, because that is for when we get to the jungle. On the other side of the portal, and I really do need to actually get some proper power set up and get the quarries back into action, because we're using up a lot of our cobblestone. We've almost used it all, and it is just nice to have spare cobblestone like that off to the side. I have no idea where I'm going to be digging in the future. I could even just build quarries literally anywhere and just cover them over with dirt again and light the bottom up, and we're good to go pretty much. Only problem is if there's a creeper explosion. Ooh, that's a long fall. It'll be funny though, I bet. So all we need to do is just add another couple of quarries, some more fuel and whatnot, so we can keep this cobblestone input continuous. The only flaw, it's cool. Originally I did this to get diamonds, but now that I've got Fortune 3 stuff, this is actually wasteful of our diamonds, because if we mine them up, it would be good if we could get Silk Touch. A Silk Touch drill head. That's a suggestion for you build crafters. Because it's just being wasteful of the diamonds now. I'm better off not even using your mod anymore. Sorry, just for the cobblestone. So am I ready for my little journey? I have some shears. I have probably not enough iron, so I'll go and get some more iron. We have backpacks on us, which is brilliant. So we'll see how we go. You can see there's lots and lots of wasteful netherrack from what we do. It's just It's a byproduct that we just have so much of. But now that we have Chisel mod, we can do some cool things with it. Like if we take a stack of this, and if we go Chisel, and we go ba-bam, 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 look, we do get some cool blocks out of it. A lot of them are gross, but the blue netherrack kind of interests me. Potentially in the future, it could be a kill block. Nether gravel with blood, it's also violent. Nether made of meat, made of guts, made of smaller meat chunks. It's all very nasty. Anyway, I so very, very rarely show off the Nether hub. The Nether hub? Yeah, the Nether hub. Look, it's so nice that I built. It's so lovely. It's kind of incomplete. You can see, but there's, you know, there's stuff left around. Oh, this is that blue netherrack. Isn't it nice? There's shale and there's just this blue netherrack. The tunnel for blue, I just haven't, the purple, I haven't even, look at that, it's naked, it's gross, but that's why I've got these here, because that's what I'm going to have as the accent colour, like I've got the leaves for green and the lava for red. The problem I've realised though with this setup, I'm going to need to move this, because if I ever need anything to come down this way, I can't, because it's just, oh no, it's stuck to the exit point. So if I just move, if I can keep this tunnel, the lava will be replaced with some yellow block. Maybe glowstone, but that'll be very expensive. So that they can keep going this way, and we still have an access down at the bottom. But that's another job for another day off camera, because all this nether hub stuff, I never do any of it on camera. That's not the, I don't know, because you never need to see any of this. So, you know, it's not kind of relevant to the park. It's relevant to the creation of the park, but I don't know, if this was any other Minecraft series, you would see this nether hub very often, I think. For multiplayer, it would be very nice, too. Anyway, so as we can see down the red corridors, we have the iron farm, and the jungle is this direction. So if we go down, jumpy, jump, just because it's, only because it's quicker. Only because it's quicker. If we, it would be smart to replace, it would be expensive, it would be too expensive to put cobblestone down here. Not cobblestone, to put concrete, because you need to smelt gravel, and we have no good way of getting gravel, it's too expensive. If we had hammer mod, we can, I don't know what the mod is, but you can hammer cobblestone into gravel and then into dust, into sand and then dust. I don't know, I've been watching Team Canada do it in the Sky Factory 2.5. So as you can see, we've got to keep going, This is where we stopped last time because we ran out of cobblestone, but we're not going to focus on cobblestone for now on camera. What we're going to focus on is the blowy-uppy stuff, the fun stuff. We're almost at the end of the tunnel. You can see I had my one bed that I was using to sleep in. I used it. You can tell by the fire and the kind of the lit up hole in the end of the tunnel. Alright. So, you can see, look at that lovely big hole. It's very nice, very nice. Oh, I'm going to get that quartz actually. This is my silk touch pick. Look at this, how lovely is this? Oh, it's efficiency 4, I think, so it's very quick to break through these blocks if you do not want them to be broken through. You gotta be speedy and nifty with your pick. Oh, as you can see, yeah, it's very, very frighteningly fast. You do not want to dig straight down, or there is no more you, my friend. No more me. Are we almost... Okay, and then there's this little bit up here. There's a tunnel up there. I don't like using this pick very often, only for things that require silk touch, because it's going to be expensive to fix, I know, and it's not infinite durability, nothing in this game really is, except for the chisel, but I think it's broken. I don't think it's meant to be infinite durability. We will need, as well, looking at the size of that hole, some cobblestone to build a bridge, so that we can, in fact, keep moving through. Where are we actually at, though? Where is this? I think this is unexplored nether. I think. Look at all this. This will give us lots of XP too. I forget that using Silk Touch doesn't grant you the XP that you would normally get. I forget that. It's actually, upon breaking, it's like a reward. It's like, oh, good job, you collected coal. You also get, that gives you experience. It's clever. I don't know. Trying not to get lost because of this video. Okay, this tunnel goes nowhere. It is fully explored. We can go explode some beds for some content. Today has just been a backpack and modding episode. I kind of like that. Backpack and modding. Backpack and modding. Why have I started to sing that in the tune of another song that I know but don't know currently the name of? Okay, well that's going to need to be replaced by quartz anyway. Not quartz, by cobblestone. That's fine. Okay. So now let's get these 2 beds down. I'll keep the bow on the bar because we're going to need it. These 2. Okay. Okay, we're going to need some cobblestone, that's for sure. But the main thing we're going to want is beds. Beds, 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 beds. No, it's alright, I can do this. Okay, now, I will show you what happens when you try to sleep in a bed in the Nether. I've actually already passed my mark. I just needed to be at 320. That's all I needed. 330, I believe. Where's my screenshot, actually? I might start blowing up this direction. Screenshot. It's on my phone. Just that I don't have to... Okay. X is 176. Positive 176. So that means that it is this way. Okay. Now, at negative 332... We can just... Okay, let's just... Okay. No idea what this way is, but I'm going to show you an exploding bed. Hopefully our armor will be good enough. It probably won't be. I'm going to die. Oh, we're on fire. I didn't think about the fire. But look at that hole. Isn't it brilliant? It's so good. It's such a good method for mining. So good. Okay. Calm down. Let's see. The tunnel isn't lining up properly. I am aware of this. Because the 4-block, it's a 4-block tunnel, but I've only dug 2 blocks wide, and it's on the left-hand side of the tunnel too. So this is how wide the tunnel would normally be. It's fine, yada yada yada. You get the idea, I think. Alright, now if we do another dig through... You can see, though, how brilliant that is as a mining technique. I wish there was an explosive this efficient for the overworld. It would be so good. Although you'd detonate, you'd lose too much stuff. Because you'd lose too many of your minerals. But it's mainly just good for clearing out holes and chasms and whatnot. Let's take you. Okay. Don't want to risk this stuff blowing up. Oh, because it is expensive and hard to come by. I mean, it's not a replenishable resource. I know glowstone is also expensive and hard to come by. It's probably a little bit more useful to us as well, because we're going to be using it in all the footpaths eventually when we, all the, you know, in lamps or somewhere, we got to light up the world somehow. Redstone is our lighting of choice because it just looks nicer. Sorry, not redstone, glowstone. Well, with glowstone you can get it from a witch drop. So if we find a witch hut anywhere, we're going to make a farm out of that so that we can get glowstone, but quartz we cannot get through there, so we must collect it as we are doing so now. And if we... Okay, where's our backpack? Where's our backpack? Red backpack. Red is dead. Red is not dead. Do that. We don't need dirt right now. We also don't need the cubes. What is this stuff? We don't even need this on us right now. This can go into the backpack as well. Clear up some space. Alright. Are we ready for another bed? I think we're ready for another bed. The ghast is somewhere nearby. Okay, let's go. Is it not going to work because of these? Okay. And I'm a bit worried about these ghasts. But, Geronimo. Fire. 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 What difficulty? You should be on, yeah, normal. Yep. Fire. The only reason I don't is because of poison, I believe. Poison is, like, the one kind of annoying factor about hard mode. I'm fine for the mobs to be there, I'm fine for the fire deaths, all that stuff I'm fine with the extra damage. It's just poison, it's just so damn cheap. Because you need milk, and who keeps milk on the real times? No one. No one does that. It's gonna be crazy to do that. What are the coordinates we need? Oh, we got another like 200 blocks to go. Okay. If I was live streaming, I would show a lot more of this off. But I'm not, so I'm not going to show a lot more of it off. But you can see how it's such a good mining technique. You can see why I chose to do it. It's actually, it saves us a lot because it's not just this too wide. As you saw in the tunnels all the way out there, it's a 4-block wide base, and then it's another 3 blocks out either side. So it's actually a 10, you need a 10-block wide area dug out. And this has done a good bit of that for us. Oof, which is so good. And if there's holes in between, it doesn't actually matter at all. That does not matter one bit. Look, there's our bed. See? There's our bed. We got that bed we got back. That bed we got back. Okay. So, I think that's the end of today's episode. We will continue blowing things up using beds. It's really weird science, I know. Just before I go, though, I did explore in a creative world dinosaur riding, like what mount we could use to get around the park. Now, the JurassiCraft Gallimimus, it looks amazing when you ride that thing. Oh my sweet lord. But it is so slow. It is actually slower than you walking, I believe. It is no speed boost at all. So it just looks cool, but it's taller and you can't really jump at all. It's just not good. There's no real point to doing it. And so I tried oh, you can also ride the Titanus apparently. That I didn't know, and I thought that was really cool. Really, really, really cool that you could do that. But same thing, no difference. How is this tunnel? Put that there. That bed burnt. That's fine. So then I tried the Fossils and Archaeology Gallimimus, and sweet lord, that thing is speedy. It's brilliant. The animation looks terrible, but it's nice and speedy. But you can't jump. And so that's the one thing that rules it. I can work with it looking derpy. The speed is alright. Probably, you could probably get that same speed on a horse and be a bit smaller. But just for the sake of it being a dinosaur, that's what I was going to do. But you can't jump. Oh, I didn't step back. Oh, lava, lava, lava. Alright, look out. There's lava. That's one thing we forget about a lot, is the lava. We were lucky so far not to run into it. Oh, look at this quartz. Okay. But yeah, so basically, no dinosaurs can work. We must use a horse. We must find Milady and saddle her up. If she can... I don't know, we got to do some different horses. That's why at the beginning of the episode, I kind of zoomed in on that one horse to show that there are more horses around. We're going to do some testing for the fast horse. I'll probably round them up off camera or in another episode, or... I don't know, but we're going to do all that testing in an episode soonish so that we're not wasting too much time, you know, getting around the park. Anyway, we've got to try and end this because there's fire everywhere, there's lava. We're nearing 33 minutes. 22 minutes just is really a hard time to kind of make your thing at. This would be really nice if we had like a glass. If it was a glass corridor. Oh man, that would look really cool with all this like underneath it. Oh, I nearly jumped on fire. With a fire underneath it, it would look really cool. It would. Okay, well, everybody, thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.